It's super handy if you've got 2 ankle cuffs. It makes it so much easier. Change over with your cable rather than having to take one ankle cuff off and then put it on the other. The goal is always to be as efficient as possible on the gym floor. So get 2 ankle cuffs. You want to bring your cable down to the bottom. You're going to need a plate to stand on. The idea of the plate is that one foot's standing on the plate and the other has the ability to swing beside it. When you set your plate up, I'm going to be kicking straight back. So I'm going to have the plate over to one side of the midline so that my right foot can swing forward and back. I loop it in. I want to try and get this really long position in my torso. From my head all the way to my hips, it's like a tabletop. I've got an even load on both arms, and as I kick back, see how I'm leading with my heel. A really common mistake, big kick back, and they start to rotate their pelvis out like this. The more you have that rotation, the less stability you have in your pelvis, the less work you get in your glute. Bigger doesn't mean better. You actually need to be really aware of controlling your torso so that your glute gets as much love as possible. So when I coach this move, the importance of using an out breath, you think about shrinking your core. Because if I'm solid through here while I'm doing this move, not only do I get glute work, I get core work as well. Happy day. Watch my midsection when I do it. So I take a breath in. See, every time I breathe out, I imagine I've got a big corset on and it's drawing in. That's where I start to get contraction through my core. Every time your leg comes in, your goal is to find stretch in the hamstring. When my leg comes in, I kind of push my hips back a little bit. That's what creates that bit of a hamstring stretch. What I don't want is this. When the leg comes in, I don't want to round out through my back. My goal is to prevent any movement through this part of my body whatsoever, because then the work comes from my back and the glutes don't get the love. Now it's a very controlled movement because I don't want my hips to tuck under. Watch this foot going back, that you don't then rotate that hip out. Imagine you've got headlights on your hips and I want the headlights to be pointing to the floor. So when I swing my leg, I don't want my headlights going that way, all right? So imagine you've got headlights on the hips, they're pointing to the floor. My glutes getting the love. My core's getting the love. Hamstring, go lightweight. Work on control on both sides, then work on the load.